Hello. I hope you guys all have a great afternoon, and I thought I'd take a little bit time out of my day to come out into the solitude of the snow-covered forest that you see around me on this beautiful winter solstice. To wish all of you guys a wonderful winter solstice, and to just enjoy the quiet, the peace and quiet that exists here in this forest. The silence is truly astonishing. The only thing we can hear here is the snow underneath my boots. But if we stay still, we can really take in the silence and the peace. It's beautiful here, and I'm glad to be here. There's so much chaos and drama in the world outside of us. And oftentimes this drama and chaos has the ability to influence our inside world. So it's nice to come out here and recharge and check my rabbit snares, and just to be surrounded by our older brothers, the trees around me, our relatives. Pretty soon it's Christmas. And no matter what, if you believe that Jesus was born during the winter or if he even existed, it's still, thanks to the solstice that we experience now, a time, a quite significant time actually. The light will return, the days will get longer. But Christmas and the solstice and winter also play a huge role, because it is a time for us to quiet down, to rest, to recharge, just as like nature, that's what nature does. We can call it the living book of nature, as you will. And humanity has moved far away from the living book of nature. We have electricity and we have natural light now in the modern world. So even during winter time, and more so when we live in the city, we can stay up till the wee hours of the morning. We can entertain ourselves, play video games and watch TV with all the lights on in the house. But if we look at the living book of nature, we will see that this is a time where nature rests covered with snow white blankets. And so we also should rest, recharge, take care of ourselves. If we look at the animals, the bear, the healer, what he does during the winter is he goes into his den and he rests. It's almost like a state of meditation. And so should we use this time during the winter. It can be walks in the forest, reading books, meditating at home, praying. But I believe it is important that we take this time to quiet down. In 3 months, the snow will melt. The buds will spring open on the trees again. Again, so do we kind of waken from our slumber, waken from our time of introspection, of quietness, of contemplation. And again, we get to work. If we look at the old days, we would have to plant seeds again in the spring and work really, really hard. The spring, summer, fall were times of a lot of work just to sustain ourselves and to keep going. So again, I'm very grateful to be out here among my relatives, my older brothers, and to get some of their medicine. And in celebration of the returning of the light, I hope that we all, as humanity, can birth something new. This is a time of rebirth as well. If we look at Christmas in a metaphysical sense, it is the union between the mind and the heart, the soul and the spirit. And when those two work in union, we have Christ consciousness. And the second coming of Christ, in my opinion, the way I see it, is not Jesus coming magically down from the clouds and everything will be set right. We have to find it within ourselves to make the world a better place, to work on ourselves so that we become kinder, gentler, more caring human beings. And so I hope that we all can work towards that our mind, which is associated, connected to our spirit, and our heart, which is our soul, our thoughts and feelings, that they can merge in unity so that we can give birth within ourselves to something greater. And I encourage all of you guys, if you have the opportunity, the chance to go out, to spend an hour or two in absolute solitude, in quietness, in communion with those beautiful beings that are all around you. To go back to the land, back to nature, back to yourself. So with that, I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful solstice, beautiful holidays, Merry Christmas. And may we find some peace among all this chaos that's going on. Welcome to our home and to the beautiful warm fire going behind us. While we were in the forest earlier on today, I actually wanted to share one more thing with you. But the temperatures here are so cold as of recently that my phone decided that it was too cold and it turned off right at the end of the recording. What I wanted to share, it's one more thing to give to you on your journey while you walk on your own medicine trails, is the importance of love. The last 2 years have been, how should I word this? They have been riddled with fear. The media, the news, politicians, have us constantly bombarded with fear of death, fear of illness, fear of losing our jobs, our friends. And even little children have been living in a constant state of fear for the last 2 years. And my hope, my dream for this solstice, the Christmas season, is that we can change this fear into love. For one, illness is brought to us from the spirits as a lesson. And each illness that we experience came to teach us something. Illness is here to make us gentler, kinder, and more loving in an organism full of love and balance and harmony. No illness can exist. If you look at fear is debilitating. It keeps us stuck. It holds us down. It hinders us from becoming, from giving, from caring. While on the other hand, love is warmth. It is alive. It gives us the ability to share, to care, to be there for other beings, to help unconditionally. In one of the last ceremonies I attended, the spirits told us we should be out there helping people, caring for people, rather than to cower at home full of fear. Love is truly the greatest healer, the greatest medicine. And a lot of times the fear is unwarranted. The fear of death. No vaccine is going to save us from it. If it is our time to go back into the spirit world, if it is our time that the Creator decided that it's time for us to go home, you can have 3, 4, 5, 6 boosters. If it's your time, we're going to go home. We need to learn to love again. We need to learn to care again. We need to learn to share again. One of the greatest teachers of this love is the sun.
And the Creator of that?
And the Creator.
And the moon?
The moon is a great teacher too. But if we speak of love, the sun is one of the greatest teachers. Because
not the greatest.
In our universe, it is. Because the sun...
And the sky?
Yeah, but listen, the sun gives everybody warmth, gives everybody light. And it doesn't matter if the person is what we would consider a good person or a bad person. The sun shines on everybody. And it gives love and light so that everything can grow. So the weeds can grow.
The flowers.
The flowers can grow. The food.
That we need.
Exactly. So we need to learn to be like the sun. And what a beautiful thing we have a wood stove. Because you know what fire is?
Warmth.
Yeah.
Sun.
Condensed sunlight. So with that, yeah.
Without that, we won't be warm.
With that, I wish you all a wonderful solstice, a Merry Christmas, and shine like the sun. Bring light, warmth, light, and healing to all beings that you may encounter on your medicine
And the
trail.
sun.
Exactly. See you.
See you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We love you.
Let's go.